Hello students, in this video we'll talk about conditional probability. So what is conditional probability? When we have two events A and B and we have to find the occurrence of an event A such that B has already occurred, then such kind of probability is called conditional probability and it is denoted by A upon B. We are finding the probability of A such that B has already occurred. Such kind of probability is called conditional probability, and the formula to find out the conditional probability is this: probability of A given B is equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. Let's see one example to this. A couple has two children. Find the probability that both are boys if it is known that older child is a boy. Okay, so we have to find the conditional probability that both are boys given that the first one, the older child, the first child is a boy. So the sample space will include these four things: first boy, second child boy, first child boy, second child girl, first child girl, second child boy, first child girl, and second child girl. So this is the total sample space. This can happen that if any couple has two children, then these are the all possible, or these are the all favorable outcomes. Now let's take set A to be both are boys. So the set A will include only B1 and B2. Okay, so it has only one element. Set B, the older child is boy. Older child is boy, so it include B1 B2 and B1 G2. Older means the first one. Okay, youngest means the second one. So older child is boy, include these two elements only. So B is this. We have to find out the probability that both are boys given that older child is boy. So we have to find the probability of A given B. So probability of A given B will be equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. What is probability of A intersection B? What's there in intersection? Only one element is there in the intersection, so 1 by 4 divided by probability of B. What is the probability of B? How many elements are there in B? 2 elements, so 2 by 4. By solving it, we get 1 by 2. Next is multiplication theorem of probability. So if we have two events A and B in a random experiment, then probability of A intersection B is given by probability of A multiplied by probability of B given A. This is the conditional probability, right? So, and also from multiplication theorem we get probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of B into conditional probability of A given B. So let's prove this. If you can see this Venn diagram, then this is our whole sample space. This sample space include two experiments, two events A and B. Number of elements in set A is we have taken M1. Number of elements in set B we have taken M2, and in the intersection we have taken M elements. And total number of elements in this whole sample space is N. Now, what will be the probability of A? Number of elements in A are M1. So, probability of A will be M1 upon N. What about probability of B? It will be M2 upon N. And probability of A intersection B, it will be N, because there are N elements, N divided by total number of elements N. So, M divided by N. Now, what will be probability of B given A? We have done conditional probability, so this is equal to number of elements in A intersection B upon number of elements in A. So how many number of elements are there in A intersection B? There are M elements divided by number of elements in A. How many number of elements are there in A? There are M1. So probability of B given A, which is the probability of occurrence of B when A has already occurred, is M divided by M1. So probability of A intersection B What about the probability of A intersection B? It is M divided by N, right? So I can write M divided by N as 1 upon N into M upon N. Now I will multiply and divide by M1. I will multiply by M1 here. I will divide by M1 here. Okay, we can do this. Instead of this 1, we can put M1, right? What is this? What is M1 upon N? M1 upon N is probability of A. So I can write probability of A here. And what is M upon M1? M upon N, M1 is probability of B upon A. So we can put B upon A here. So probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B given A. So this is what the multiplication theorem say, and hence we have proved this. Similarly, you can prove this one also on the same basis. You can prove the second part of this multiplication theory. Yeah. Next, extension of multiplication theorem to 3 events. If we have 3 events, then probability of A intersection B intersection C, it's given by probability of A into probability of B given A into probability of C given A intersection B. We can also extend the multiplication theorem to n events, then probability of A1 intersection A2 intersection so on to AN is equal to probability of A1 into probability of A2 given A1 into probability of A3 given A1 intersection A2 so on to probability of AN given A1 intersection A2 intersection A3 so on to intersection AN minus 1. So multiplication theorem of probability can be extended to 3 or more than 3 events also. Let's see one problem related to this. A bag contains 19 tickets numbered from 1 to 19. A ticket is drawn and then another ticket is drawn without replacement. Find the probability that both tickets will show even numbers. So a bag contains 19 tickets. So we draw one ticket and we don't replace it back. We don't put the ticket which we take out, we don't put that ticket inside again. Okay, so we have to find the probability that both the tickets will show even number. So let's take A event to be even ticket in first row, and let's take B event to be even ticket in second draw. So how many what's our sample space? Our sample space include these 19 numbers numbered from 1 to 19. And how many even numbers are there among these? Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. So there are 9 number. Even numbers are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 numbers are even numbers here. So total number of even number, total number of favorable outcome is 9 here. So what will be the probability of A even ticket in the first draw? It will be 9 upon 19 because from these 19 numbers we will be taking 9 out, so it will be 9 upon 19. What will be the probability of B given A? Because this is without replacement, once the ticket is taken out we are not placing it back. Okay, so total number of tickets will reduce to 18. Otherwise they were 19, but in the first draw we have taken out 1, so remaining will be 18 only. Okay, so probability of B given A will be 8 upon 18, and in first draw we have already taken an even number outside because probability of A is even ticket in first draw, so we have already taken an even number outside, so number of even numbers will also reduce to 8. So probability of B given A will be 8 upon 18. So by multiplication theorem of probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B given A. Why we are finding out probability of A intersection B? Because we need to find out the probability that both tickets will show even number. There's an even number on first ticket and there's an even number on second ticket also. On both the tickets we have even number. So probability of A is 9 by 19 into probability of B given is 8 by 18, which gives me 4 by 19 as the answer. Next, independent events. What are independent events? If the happening of one event don't affect the happening of any other event, those two events are called independent events. In case of independent events, probability of A given B, or we can say the conditional probability of A such that B has already occurred, is equal to probability of A only, because happening of A is not dependent on happening of B, so it's probability of A only. And similarly, probability of B given A will be equal to probability of B only. In case of multiplication theorem, in case of independent events, the multiplication theorem reduces to this formula: probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. There is no conditional probability here. Let's see one problem. An urn contains 7 red and 4 blue balls. 2 balls are drawn at random with the replacement. Now we have a bowl or urn which contains 7 red and 4 blue balls, and we are taking out 2 balls at random with replacement. Means when we are taking out one ball, we are placing it back again. Find the probability of getting 2 red balls. We have to find the probability of getting 2 red balls. Also find the probability of 1 red and 1 blue ball. Okay, so we have a urn, we have 7 red and 4 blue balls. In total we have 11 balls. Okay, we are taking out the ball in 2 draws. Okay, so in the first draw it can happen that a red ball comes out or a blue ball comes out. Okay, so the probability of red ball will be 7 upon 11 and probability of blue ball will be 4 upon 11. Now in second draw it can happen, if red ball comes out in the first draw, then in second draw it can happen that a red ball comes out and it's with the replacement. So once we are taking out a red ball, we have placed it back. So number of red balls and total number of balls will not change. So it will be again 7 upon 11. And number of blue balls will be 4 upon 11. Similarly, if blue ball comes out, then probability of red ball will be 7 upon 11 and probability of blue ball in second row will be 4 upon 11. Now we have to find out the probability of getting 2 red balls. Mean in first row also we get red ball and in second row also we get a red ball. It's very easy. 7 by 11 into 7 by 11. So that will give me the probability of red ball. Right, so probability of 2 red balls 7 upon 11 into 7 upon 11, 49 upon 121. Now probability of 1 red and 1 blue ball. So it can happen that 1 red ball comes out and then blue. So it's 7 upon 11 into 4 upon 11. Or, now it's or here. So or is always addition. Or it can happen that blue ball comes out and then red ball comes out. So 4 upon 11 into 7 upon 11, which gives me 56 upon 121. So it's quite easy. Using T diagram, this problem becomes very easy. So you can use this technique of tree diagram in your question. So next problem, a die is thrown. A is event that number appearing is multiple of 3 and B be the event that number appearing is even. Are A and B independent? We have to see if A and B events are independent or not. A is the event that number appearing is a multiple of 3. So when we throw a die, multiple of 3 are 3 and 6 only. So A is 3, 6. B is number appearing is even. So even number have 2, 4 and 6. So probability of A will be 2 by 6 because there are 2 elements here. So 1 by 3. Probability of B will be 3 by 6 because there are 3 elements here. So 3 by 6 equal to 1 by 2. We have to find out if they are independent or not. If they are independent, then probability of A intersection B will be equal to probability of A into probability of B. So let's see what is probability of A intersection B. A intersection B. What's there in intersection of these two sets? 6 is the common term, right? So probability of A intersection B will be 1 by 6 because only one number is in common between these two sets. So 1 by 6 is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. 1 by 3 is probability of A and 1 by 2 is probability of B. So probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. So A and B are independent events. I hope you have understood this. If you have any query, you can ask me. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.